Cats can't talk, but their needs are loud and clear if you know where to look and the things you rarely do. They're the ones your cat feels the most. Let's reveal them. Number 1. The untouched tension zones. You already know the usual places your hands naturally land: behind the ears, under the chin, along the back. They're comforting, familiar, and safe. But feline body workers keep discovering the same overlooked truth. Almost every cat carries hidden stress in the places we never touch. Not because we don't care, but because we don't know. The base of the tail, right where the spine meets the hips, is one of the most emotionally charged areas on a cat's body. It's not just a sensitive spot, it's a storage zone. Hundreds of sensory nerves cluster there, collecting subtle stress signals from their environment: tension from watching windows, uncertainty during noise, overstimulation from being handled too much, or even frustration from wanting play but not receiving it. And here's the thing: your cat can't fully groom or stretch this spot, so the stress stays, quietly, invisibly, growing in tiny layers. But when you gently place your fingertips at that base of tail area and use slow, circular motions, just 20 to 30 seconds, something remarkable happens. You're not just petting, you're unlocking stored tension. You're stimulating nerve pathways connected to their parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for deep relaxation and emotional reset. And the signs appear almost instantly. Their eyelids soften. The tail stops twitching. Their shoulders, normally tight and lifted, begin to melt downward. Some cats may even tilt their hips slightly, the feline version of "finally, you found it." This isn't about pleasure. It's about relief. It's the moment your cat lets go of stress they've been carrying silently for days, weeks, maybe years. They're not just being affectionate. They're finally exhaling. Number 2. The quiet bond ritual. You talk to your cat, don't you? You call their name, praise them, maybe even whisper secrets only they can hear. You think that's how you connect. But here's the fascinating truth. Cats bond most profoundly through silence. Not the silence of neglect, but the deliberate, gentle quiet that says, "I see you, I respect you, I'm here." Animal behavior researchers have observed something remarkable. The strongest cat-human relationships weren't forged through constant petting or endless chatter. They were built in those tiny, quiet moments. Just 10 to 15 seconds of slow, soft eye contact. No commands, no reaching, no forcing affection. Just sitting, blinking slowly, and letting your presence be known without pressure. That slow blink, sometimes called the cat kiss, is far more than a cute gesture. When you blink slowly and your cat returns the gesture, both of you release oxytocin, the bonding hormone that creates feelings of safety and attachment. The same chemical mothers release while nursing their kittens. In these few seconds, a deep sense of trust flows between you. Your cat's nervous system relaxes. Their gaze softens. Their body language loosens. The mistake most humans make? They stare. A direct, unwavering gaze in cat language is not affection. It's a threat or a challenge. You may think your focus shows love, but to your cat, it's tension. Soft eyes, slow blink, presence without pressure, that's the true language of safety. And the result is profound. Cats who experience this ritual frequently are calmer, more confident, and more willing to approach. They start seeking your presence not out of habit, but because they choose to, because they trust that in your company, nothing will threaten them. Silence, presence, and slow blinking. This simple, almost imperceptible exchange can transform your relationship entirely. It's not just bonding. It's a conversation without words, and your cat is listening. Number 3. The power of real choice. Cats live in human homes where nearly everything is decided for them. When they eat, where they sleep, when they can explore, even when we pick them up, all of it is controlled. From a human perspective, it seems convenient, safe, and efficient. But from a feline perspective, it can quietly chip away at their sense of agency. Cats are wired to make micro-decisions constantly. In the wild, every movement involves choice. Which route to take, which perch is safest, when to hunt, when to rest. Denying that autonomy in a domestic setting can lead to subtle but persistent stress. Anxiety, territorial behavior, or withdrawal are often the unseen consequences. Here's the transformative idea: real choice. Once a day, give your cat a genuine option. 2 resting spots, 2 toys, 2 window views. Do not coax. Do not call. Do not interfere. Let them decide. Watch closely. Step back. The moment they realize this is truly their decision, something remarkable happens. Their nervous system relaxes. Confidence blooms in their posture. Their communication becomes clearer, more intentional. Even subtle behaviors, the twitch of a tail, a tilt of the head, the length of a nap in a chosen spot, change to reflect calm assurance. Choice is not about spoiling your cat or losing control. It's about honoring their nature. Allowing them to decide, even in small ways, restores balance to their internal world. Over time, these micro-decisions accumulate, strengthening resilience, reducing stress, and creating a cat that is not just surviving under human rules, but thriving alongside them. The lesson is simple yet profound. In a life where humans control nearly everything, giving your cat just one moment of true choice can transform their confidence, their clarity, and their sense of safety. It's not indulgence. It's essential. Number 4. The instant calm point. There's a hidden reset switch on your cat's body that most owners have never discovered. It's called GV20, and it sits right on the top of their head, between the ears. Ancient feline massage techniques, long practiced in traditional animal care, recognized this spot as a doorway to deep calm. Modern behavior specialists now confirm what cat owners have observed for centuries. Gentle, circular pressure here for 20 to 30 seconds can trigger a profound relaxation response. This isn't about treats, training, or words. No verbal praise, no commands, no encouragement, just steady, intentional touch. When applied correctly, GV20 activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the branch of the nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and emotional recovery. It's the system that whispers to the body, "You're safe now. You can relax." And the signs are immediate, unmistakable, and subtle. You'll notice their breathing slow, deepening as tension melts away. Their whiskers, usually tense and alert, soften and spread. Even the tail, often a barometer of feline agitation, ceases its restless flicking. Some cats tilt their heads slightly, leaning into your hand, a silent acknowledgement that their body feels relief. Behavior specialists rely on this technique for cats experiencing stress in shelters, anxious rescue kittens, or even those who react poorly at the vet. It works when nothing else seems to reach them. And yet, it's astonishingly simple. A calm hand, steady circular motion, and less than half a minute of attention can transform a tense, reactive cat into one who breathes, softens, and reconnects with the safety of their environment. It's not magic. It's biology. A single spot, a gentle touch, a 30-second ritual, and your cat's nervous system remembers what safety feels like. Number 5. The hidden risk of routine. Cats thrive on predictability. They love knowing where their food will appear, which perch is theirs, and the rhythm of daily life. Predictability gives them security. But here's the hidden truth. Too much routine can quietly dull their instincts, reduce mental flexibility, and even increase anxiety when anything unexpected happens. Their wild ancestors navigated a world of constant surprises, shifting sunlight, unpredictable weather, hunting opportunities, and unfamiliar scents. Every day demanded attention, problem-solving, and adaptation. Those tiny, unpredictable challenges kept their brains sharp, their emotions regulated, and their instincts alive. Indoor life is vastly different. Food appears on a strict schedule, play is regimented, windows remain the same, and toys rarely move. Over time, the very predictability that provides comfort also chips away at adaptability. When even a small change occurs, a new visitor, a furniture shift, or a noisy appliance, cats can react with heightened stress or rigid behavior. Their nervous system has grown accustomed to sameness, and suddenly, change feels threatening. Behaviorists now recommend something counterintuitive, structured variation. Keep 90 to 95% of their routine stable to preserve security, but introduce one small, safe change each day. Swap the location of their food dish, rotate the toys in their environment, or switch which window they watch from. These subtle variations activate mental pathways that promote flexibility, problem-solving, and emotional resilience. The key is balance. Too much change can cause stress. Too little, and the brain becomes brittle. The goal is tiny, safe unpredictability, enough to exercise adaptability without threatening comfort. Cats who experience this pattern regularly remain confident, curious, and resilient. Their reactions to disruptions, a move, a visitor, or a sudden sound, become measured, calm, and thoughtful. Routine is comforting, yes, but carefully sprinkled unpredictability is what keeps your cat's mind sharp, their instincts alive, and their emotional world balanced. Number 6. The 2-minute brain game. Cats don't just need play. They need mental exercise that mirrors the haunt, the core of their instinctual life. Wandering lazily around a room or batting a toy may entertain them, but it doesn't fully engage their brain. True enrichment comes from challenge, curiosity, and problem solving. That's where the 2-minute brain game comes in. The concept is simple, deceptively so. Take one piece of their regular kibble, not a treat, just their everyday food, and hide it in a subtle spot, under the corner of a blanket, behind a book, or just barely under a cushion. The key is to let your cat discover it on their own. Don't point, don't call, don't guide. Step back, observe, and let them employ every sense. Sniffing, stalking, pawing, circling, calculating the route, and finally capturing the prize. This tiny daily ritual is far more than a game. It activates the seeking system in the brain, the ancient circuitry that drives curiosity, exploration, and problem solving. Engaging this system is crucial for emotional regulation, stress reduction, and cognitive resilience. Cats who regularly hunt for hidden food demonstrate slower cognitive decline, stronger emotional balance, and more measured, thoughtful behavior in stressful situations. Challenge is what matters. Hide the kibble in slightly different locations each time. Increase difficulty gradually, but always allow success. The satisfaction of discovery, the mental stimulation, and the tiny dopamine surge that follows all combine to create neural pathways that keep your cat's mind sharp, alert, and resilient. 2 minutes is all it takes. 2 minutes of concentrated, instinct-driven mental exercise, and your cat's brain lights up in ways a long nap or simple toy play never could. It's not just enrichment. It's mental fitness. It's instinct fulfilled. It's a tiny ritual that transforms ordinary kibble into a cognitive workout, strengthening your cat from the inside out. Number 7. The energy matching secret. Cats are exquisitely sensitive to energy, both their own and ours. Sudden shifts can unsettle them. You come home buzzing with excitement, scoop them into your arms, and they freeze, wide-eyed, unsure what to do. Or you enter a calm room while they're in full zoomy mode, dashing across furniture, and you instinctively try to halt them. Both situations create tension. Your cat isn't misbehaving. They're responding to energy they don't yet understand. Cat ethologists have discovered something remarkable. Cats synchronize their emotional state with those around them before any influence occurs. They don't respond to commands first. They respond to matching. If your cat is high energy, the first step isn't restraint or correction. It's joining them at their level. Engage fully, move with them, mirror their excitement for 20 or 30 seconds. Run, leap, paw at toys, play along. Only after matching do you begin to slow down. Gradually reduce the energy, calm the pace, soften your voice, and blink slowly. If your cat is calm, the process works in reverse. Approach slowly, speak softly, maintain a relaxed posture, and allow your presence to blend with theirs. They feel recognized, not startled. They feel understood, not controlled. This subtle shift, matching before guiding, stabilizes their nervous system. Cats exposed to sudden, unmatched energy can spike in stress hormones, leading to avoidance, aggression, or hyperactivity. When you synchronize first, you prevent that spike. It's a principle almost nobody thinks about, yet it transforms interactions. Your cat doesn't feel threatened. They don't react impulsively. Instead, they flow with the rhythm you create together. Energy matching isn't just a trick. It's emotional communication. It's trust in motion. And once you learn it, every greeting, every play session, every quiet interaction becomes an opportunity to connect deeply, safely, and intuitively. Number 8. The purpose they crave. Cats aren't lazy. They're deeply intelligent, instinct-driven, and constantly seeking engagement. The problem isn't a lack of energy, it's a lack of meaningful roles. In the wild, every day is purposeful. Hunting, patrolling territory, monitoring the environment, protecting their young. Even working cats, like those in offices, libraries, or historic buildings, demonstrate something remarkable. They exhibit lower stress levels, more confidence, and stronger social behaviors. Why? Because they have purpose. Domestic cats may not need jobs, but they do need roles. They need activities that feel uniquely theirs, tasks that give them agency, satisfaction, and meaning. This isn't about overcomplicating playtime. It's subtle, instinctual, and profoundly impactful. Let your cat inspect each room before bedtime, a silent guardian surveying their domain. Allow them to guard the windows, observing birds, squirrels, or passing cars. Encourage them to carry a toy from one space to another as a symbolic offering. The key isn't the action itself, it's the recognition. When you respond with acknowledgement, good inspection, thanks for guarding, you reinforce the significance of their effort. The effects are immediate and visible. A purposeful cat walks differently, shoulders relaxed but confident, tail held with awareness. Their vocalizations become intentional, communicative rather than random. They engage with their environment thoughtfully, rather than aimlessly wandering. Emotionally, they feel competent. Psychologically, they feel needed. Purpose isn't about labor. It's about meaningful engagement. Cats are built for activity that matters, for roles that shape their experience and self-concept. In providing opportunities for purposeful behavior, you unlock a version of your cat that is more confident, more emotionally balanced, and more attuned to the world around them. Cats with purpose aren't just surviving. They're thriving. And their confidence radiates, subtly transforming everything about their presence in your home. Number 9. The consent test. Here's a truth many cat owners struggle to accept. Your cat doesn't always want affection, even when they tolerate it. That soft purr or relaxed posture doesn't always mean comfort. In fact, constant, uninvited petting can quietly build stress over time, creating tension you may never notice. Cats have touch budgets, subtle limits on how much interaction they can comfortably handle. Ignoring these boundaries doesn't strengthen your bond, it strains it. The transformative experiment is simple, yet profound. Try this tonight. Pet your cat for just 3 seconds. Then stop. Remove your hand completely. Step back. Watch carefully. If your cat leans into your hand, nudges you, or remains close, that is a clear yes. They actively request more. But if they move away, stay still, or do nothing, that brief touch was simply politeness, a tolerant acceptance rather than genuine enjoyment. Respecting this distinction changes everything. When you honor consent, trust expands. Affection shifts from obligation into desire. Over time, your cat begins initiating contact more often, seeking connection because it's voluntary, not coerced. They learn that when they say yes, it matters. When they say no, it's respected. The dynamic transforms from owner-led interaction to mutual communication. This practice doesn't weaken closeness. On the contrary, it deepens it. You're not pulling back. You're teaching your cat that their choices shape your behavior. That lesson ripples into every interaction: grooming, play, even feeding. They begin to communicate more clearly and confidently, and you start to truly hear them. Consent is subtle, quiet, and profoundly effective. By giving your cat the power to choose when and how they receive affection, you unlock trust, intimacy, and a richer, more meaningful bond. It's not just touch, it's respect, the foundation of every strong relationship. Number 10. The morning reset window. Every morning, there's a brief, powerful window that can shape your cat's emotional state for the entire day, and most owners completely miss it. In the first moments after waking, a cat's cortisol levels naturally spike. This isn't stress in the harmful sense. It's a survival mechanism inherited from wild ancestors who needed instant readiness to hunt, defend territory, and navigate their environment safely. Their body is biologically primed for alertness, and how you respond in those first 20 seconds can either amplify stress or set a tone of calm and security. This is your opportunity. Before speaking, before feeding, before reaching out or engaging in any activity, simply be present. Sit or stand quietly in their space. Offer a soft, slow blink, the feline signal of trust and safety. Do not touch unless they initiate it. Do not call or coax. Just exist calmly. This subtle, intentional presence communicates safety at the deepest biological level. It tells your cat, the world is safe. You can relax. The effects are immediate and measurable. Cats who experience this morning calmness exhibit lower stress markers throughout the day. Their sleep cycles improve, helping them wake and rest in a balanced rhythm. Their reactivity decreases. Sudden noises, visitors, or minor disruptions provoke far less anxiety. Behavior that might normally trigger alertness or defensive actions remains steady and measured. This 20-second ritual is more than mindfulness. It's a reset button, not just for your cat, but for you as well. In those quiet moments, a shared calmness spreads through the room, reinforcing trust, emotional regulation, and the unspoken bond that defines your relationship. Start the day this way, and the rest of it flows with stability, confidence, and mutual understanding. Number 11. The scent story. Your cat's world isn't written in sights. It isn't written in sounds. It's written in scent. Every nook, every corner, every object carries chemical stories only they can read. A whiff of the windowsill tells them who has passed, when, and what mood lingered. A faint odor on your shoes speaks volumes about where you've been. Their noses are constantly decoding an invisible library, layer by layer, moment by moment. Most owners, however, unwittingly interrupt this vital process. On walks, they tug at the leash. In new spaces, they call their cat forward. At home, they remove them from laundry baskets or prevent exploration of bags, shoes, or boxes. Every interruption shuts down mental enrichment, denying your cat the richest sensory engagement they are biologically designed to experience. This is not mere curiosity. It's emotional processing. Scent is how they gather context, assess safety, and connect with their environment. The solution is simple, dedicated scent freedom. Allow them to investigate without interference. Leave a bag on the floor. Let them inspect your clothes. Open a window and let them wander in the breeze. Give them time to sniff leaves, nooks, or corners. Even a few minutes a day, uninterrupted, provides a level of mental stimulation far beyond toys or playtime. This is more than sniffing. It's reading the world, understanding its layers, and mentally organizing their space. A cat who engages fully with scent is more confident, less anxious, and more mentally fulfilled. They leave traces of their own story, marking territory and communicating without conflict. Scent is their language, their reality, their sanctuary. And when you give them the time to read it, you're giving them understanding, autonomy, and a profound sense of emotional balance, one whiff at a time. Number 12. The temperature signal. Cats communicate more than we realize through subtle shifts in their bodies. And one of the most telling signs is temperature. When a cat feels anxious, stressed, or threatened, blood retreats from the extremities to the core. Ears grow cool, paws chill, and the tail tip stiffens and drops. These small, physiological signals are nature's way of preparing the body for potential danger. But the reverse is equally powerful. Warmth can communicate safety, calm, and reassurance. Therapy cat handlers have long known this. A gentle, consistent warming of the ears, just placing your fingers lightly over them for 30 to 60 seconds, can activate the vagus nerve, the master regulator of relaxation and emotional balance. This single touch can slow heart rate, deepen breathing, and signal the body that it is safe to release tension. You're not forcing calm. You're guiding their nervous system to remember what calm feels like. The applications are immediate. During thunderstorms, vet visits, or moments of overstimulation, this simple technique can quickly shift a cat from tense alertness to relaxed awareness. Their ears soften, tail tip relaxes, eyes lose that hard, fixed gaze. Stress visibly ebbs. But the real magic happens when this becomes part of a daily ritual. Warmth becomes a language of safety. Your presence signals security at a deeply biological level. Over time, the association strengthens. Hands bringing warmth equals safety, comfort, and calm. The cat begins to regulate their own emotional state more effectively, anticipating reassurance even before tension rises. This is subtle, quiet, and profoundly effective. It's not play. It's not training. It's an instinctual communication that teaches your cat the world can be safe, the world can be calm, and sometimes the simplest gesture, warmth from your hands, is enough to change everything. Number 13. The confidence play pattern. Cats don't just play to burn energy. They play to feel competent, powerful, and in control. Every hunting game, whether stalking a feather wand, pouncing on a crumpled paper ball, or swatting at a string, contains a critical moment, the win. That moment, when they successfully capture their prey, triggers a cascade of dopamine in the brain. It's not just joy, it's a neurological affirmation of ability, skill, and competence. The problem is, humans often interfere. We keep toys just out of reach, pull strings too fast, or end games before our cats get that essential capture. We may think we're prolonging fun, but we're denying them a fundamental part of play, the reward of success. Without it, play becomes frustrating, or worse, meaningless. The solution is surprisingly simple. Let them win, most of the time. Not every time, because challenge is necessary, but often enough that they experience repeated success. When your cat captures their toy, you'll notice the subtle but profound shift. Their posture changes, shoulders square, tail lifts, whiskers forward. Their confidence spills into other areas of life. They explore more boldly, retreat less frequently, and recover from stressful events with greater resilience. Winning during play is an indulgence. It's identity. It reminds your cat of their innate abilities, rekindles instincts honed over millennia, and reinforces emotional resilience. Play becomes more than entertainment. It becomes mental training, confidence building, and emotional regulation all at once. The next time you reach for a toy, remember, slow down. Give them the chance to hunt, stalk, and ultimately win. That moment of victory may last seconds, but its impact lasts hours, days, and even weeks. In allowing your cat to succeed, you're not just entertaining them. You're helping them remember who they are, capable, clever, and powerful. Number 14. The question that changes everything. Most cat training focuses on telling them what to do. Sit, stay, come, stop scratching. But what if the most powerful shift in your relationship came not from commands, but from listening? Cats communicate constantly, silently, through microsignals that humans almost always miss. A subtle tail flick isn't irritation, it can be uncertainty. A slow blink isn't simply relaxation, it's permission, an emotional open door. A single paw lift isn't stretching, it's hesitation, a question, or a request for guidance. The transformative idea is simple. Instead of correcting or directing, respond. Observe, acknowledge, validate. When you answer their signals, you don't force behavior. You create dialogue. The moment you recognize that tiny paw lift and pause, or lean back, or blink slowly in return, you communicate. I see you. I hear you. That acknowledgement alone sparks profound change. Cats whose microcommunications are answered begin to multiply them. Signals you never noticed before, subtle ear twitches, shifts in weight, soft vocalizations, suddenly become part of your daily conversation. They learn that their voice matters, that their choices and feelings influence the environment around them. And when a cat realizes their signals produce consistent, safe responses, they stop escalating behaviors. They don't need to hiss, scratch, or hide to get attention. They begin using communication peacefully, confidently, and with clarity. This shift is revolutionary. You are no longer a director of behavior. You are a participant in a shared dialogue. Responding, rather than correcting, changes the dynamic from control to partnership. Your cat feels understood, empowered, and emotionally secure. Subtle behaviors become meaningful, interactions become richer, and trust deepens. The question that changes everything isn't one you ask aloud. It's the one you answer every day. What is my cat trying to tell me? And the moment you start listening, everything transforms. Number 15. The evening decompression. Cats don't just need sleep. They need decompression, a deliberate, quiet unwind that allows their mind to process the day. Even in calm homes, the constant stimulation of living alongside humans, footsteps, voices, smells, interactions, accumulates in their nervous system. By evening, their brains may be carrying tension they didn't have a chance to release. Behavior experts studying feline cognition discovered something important. Overstimulated or anxious cats aren't helped by more toys or more play. What they truly need is intentional, focused decompression. The practice is simple but transformative. About 15 minutes before bedtime, dim the lights, reduce noise, and step back. No interaction, no calls, no petting. Give your cat access to a slow-lick treat mat, a chewable toy, or a textured surface designed for licking or nibbling. The repetitive, rhythmic motion activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch of the nervous system responsible for rest, digestion, and emotional recovery. It allows their brain to discharge the accumulated tension of the day, processing every little stressor quietly and effectively. The effects are remarkable and visible. Cats who receive daily decompression sleep more deeply and wake more calmly. Their posture is relaxed. Territorial behaviors decrease. They are less reactive to minor disruptions like household noise, sudden movements, or visitors. The stress that would normally compound over days and weeks is released in these short, dedicated moments. Even better, this ritual doesn't just benefit your cat. It sets a calm tone for the household, giving you a chance to unwind as well. Those 15 quiet minutes before sleep become a shared reset. Decompression isn't just rest, it's emotional processing, neural recovery, and mental hygiene. A cat who decompresses daily is not only healthier, but more balanced, confident, and connected to you. Number 16. The one shift that transforms training. Traditional cat training often emphasizes commands, correction, and repetition. Sit here. Stop scratching. Come when called. But these approaches rarely align with how cats naturally learn or communicate. Cats don't respond to control the way dogs might. Their intelligence and independence thrive on collaboration, patterns, and subtle cues. The real breakthrough happens when you shift from trying to control your cat to speaking their language, replacing dominance with communication. Instead of rigid commands, focus on teaching patterns. Cats excel at recognizing sequences, rhythms, and routines. These become a form of instruction they understand intuitively. A pause before picking them up, consistent footsteps before feeding, or a deliberate slow blink before interaction. These repeated patterns communicate expectation and timing without force. Cats absorb sequences faster than words, and they respond more reliably to consistency and subtle cues than to commands or scolding. When you make this shift, everything changes. Training stops being about compliance and begins to feel like dialogue. Your cat learns not because they must, but because they want to. They start anticipating actions, understanding intentions, and responding in ways that feel cooperative rather than coerced. The relationship evolves into one of mutual understanding and respect. This approach transforms everyday interactions. Feeding, play, handling, even litter box routines become opportunities for partnership. Your cat feels secure, understood, and competent. You're no longer enforcing obedience. You're guiding behavior through communication that resonates with their natural instincts. The power of this shift is profound. You're not just training a pet. You're cultivating a responsive, confident partner who engages willingly, trusts you deeply, and communicates clearly. The difference isn't just in behavior, it's in connection. This single change rewrites the way your cat experiences learning, turning every interaction into collaboration, understanding, and shared harmony.